Welcome back to Aisha Lachey Reads. We're starting a new reading vlog today. Guys, we are going to start a new reading vlog. I have some new exciting horror books that I want to read. I'm in the middle of one, and then I got the recent one from my Twisted Retreat unboxing. So we're going to read those. I'm super excited. I also want to work on, I have like a scrap kind of like journal where I draw, put like quotes, all kinds of stuff in it. So I want to work on that today. So my plan is to work on that and then do some reading, but I will tell you what I am reading. So right now I am reading The Macabre by, I'm not even gonna try to say it, but that's the author. I can't say anything today. So this is about our main character. Basically, Lewis is like the descendant of this guy who made all of these paintings. I believe there's 8 of them. And there's magic in the world. So the British Museum basically hires him to get these paintings and basically purify them so they can't harm anyone anymore. And so you get his journey with them and magic and them trying to destroy these paintings and the intrigue and the stuff going on within just the world, because the governments don't get along in the real world, but there's magic involved now. And so these paintings are all over the world, and it just creates some crazy stuff. And every time I've started reading it, I haven't wanted to put it down. The paintings are so fascinating, and him being able to neutralize them so they can't hurt anyone, and them just being cursed paintings. And basically the paintings, he put his energy and his feeling their trauma from his life into these paintings. So you go in and he just puts all of his trauma into his artwork, which is a thing a lot of people do, because getting your trauma and all of that stuff out there and put down, and it just helps you process it, but with an evil magic twist. I'm absolutely adoring this book right now. So I am 253 pages. It looks like I have about a little over 100 pages in this. So I want to finish this tonight. And I'm really hoping it's going to be a 5-star, because my last video, I got a couple 5 stars. So with the way it's going, I think I'm going to give it 5 stars, but I definitely like it. If you like art and horror and magic, this book is for you. It's so good. And then the other book I'm planning to read right after I finish that one is going to be Hinterland. And we just got this in the Twisted Retreat box, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Are you kidding? And the back pages are different as well. So from what I know from when I read it, the dust jacket and all of that stuff, basically our main character wakes up with no memory, and it's basically the scene in the front. He wakes up by a bonfire, and there's human bones hanging from the trees and stuff like that. So basically he's trying to figure out who he is and trying to get away from this cult situation. And I love a good cult book or religious horror. So this I'm super excited for. This sounds right up my alley, and snowy mountain area. And I'm guessing probably cannibals. I don't know. I just get that vibe from this cover. But I love a good story where they don't know who they are. I just read, was The Drowning Deep? No. Why can't I think of it? But it was my first 5-star this year. Actually, I have my reading journal. I have to look it up, because in that book, she Oh, it's The Burial Tide. So basically, in The Burial Tide, the girl wakes up in a coffin, doesn't know who she is. She has a cell phone with a picture of her and some guy on it. And that's all she knows. And she gets out of the grave. And so she doesn't know anything about herself. And so you're learning with her about like who she is and all of that stuff. And I feel like that's going to be the same with this one. And I love that because it's fun because like you're both learning about the main character. You're learning about them as they're learning about themselves. And so it's easy to get like a good twist and turn in there and like be surprised. So I have high hopes for this, really high hopes. And this book's gorgeous. So like if I don't like it, I'm probably going to be devastated. So yeah. And I wonder if all of these symbols have something to do with the book itself. Like, I guess we're going to find out when we read it. But so far, those are my plans. I'm going to work on my journal and then finally finish the macabre. I can't even say that right, but I'm finally going to finish this and we'll see what I end up giving this because I'm invested. So I cannot wait to finish this. But yeah, those are kind of the plans for this vlog at the moment. We might read more than just those two, depending on how long it takes me to read them. Like the one I'm probably going to finish tonight. And then depending on how fast the Hinterlands is and whether I'm enjoying it, we might get another book because I did go and get like a couple more horror books, even though I didn't really need to from Barnes. So yeah. If I do decide to pick something else up, it'll probably be one of those. But I guess we'll get to that when we get to it. But so far, those are the plans. I can't even hold a book. So I finished Macabre last night. Macabre. Y'all don't hate me for not being able to say things, but I finished this last night. I really enjoyed it. Okay, so the representation is amazing in this. The writing is amazing. The story is amazing. And I loved it. Every part of it, I loved. You go to like a bunch of different countries and looking for the painting, and you kind of get like a found family kind of aspect. The way it ended, though, I was like, could there be more? Like, they could write a whole nother book. I'm telling you, like the story is ended, but there could be another book. So I was like, oh, I need to know. Like, kind of leaves you on one of those things where it's kind of like a little cliffhanger-y type thing, but it's like, it's not something you need to know for like the story to be finished. And I think this is just a standalone. So that's a thing. But I did really enjoy this one. I was thinking about it too. In my last video, I gave Headlights a 5 stars, and I think I'm going to do a 4 star because I liked this one more. So this one is like a 4.5. So I think Headlights need to be a 4 because I've been thinking about it. So we're going to give this a 4.5. It was almost a 5 stars. I don't know why it wasn't. Maybe I'm just not feeling it. I don't know. I'm weird, okay? I need to stop giving everything 5 stars. But even then, like, if I loved it, why can't I give it 5 stars? I just know what I like to read. So, and that's kind of the goal of this year. It's just reading stuff I want to read. So I'm hoping to have a ton of 5 stars. And if that bothers anyone, I'm sorry. But I know what I'm liking. And I'm hoping that the books that I pick out don't disappoint me. So 4.5, almost 5 stars. You know, maybe if I sit down longer and I really think about it, it'll go up to a 5 stars. But I loved this. It was so good. So yeah, definitely pick this up if you like horror, if you like art, if you just like fun books. And the author writes YA, and it says here, writes representations of Black queer youth across genres, which I love. So I'm definitely I'm going to check out more of his books because this one was really good and he had a good writing style. So I think I found a new author that I'm going to need to look into. And he has quite a bit of books. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he has like 8 books. So I'm going to have to check these out because I think I'm going to continue to like his work because this was just fascinating and it was new and different and fun. And it just had a bunch of different things that I loved, like magic and art, and the characters were good. Like it was good. So if you like horror, please read this because I'm obsessed with it now. Like maybe eventually I'll buy myself my own copy because this is gorgeous. And like I kind of want that piece of art in my bedroom. I'm not even gonna lie. It would fit with my other art. So I might have to see if I can get that picture, like, because sometimes you can find stuff like that on Etsy. If not, I might have to paint myself one and put it on the wall because I really like that. But yeah, I finished that last night. I didn't read anymore, so I'm gonna start my new book today. I got a decent amount done on my junk journal yesterday, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, I plan to just like read a little bit more today. I took my everything shower, so I need to blow dry my hair and stuff later, which literally I hate. I love like everything showers, but like blow drying my hair and stuff afterwards is actually a pain. So I gotta do that, but it's gonna be a while before I do that because I have my hair air dry till like the very like last minute. So yeah, I'm gonna start the Netherlands here soon, and I will let you know when I'm thinking about that after a little bit. But yeah, definitely the Macabre is definitely a book to look out for. So I am gonna go brush out my hair and then read a little bit more before I go in and like blow dry my hair and stuff. This book contains scenes of graphic cannibalism. Please be advised. Here I am not knowing that it has. I was like, I think it does. And the only warning it has is graphic cannibalism, so it has cannibalism in it. But honestly, I'm not mad at it. Maybe it's gonna be more of like a splatterpunk, like crazy horror than I expected. Which is nice. I haven't read one in a while. I think the last like weird cannibalism one that I read was what is that one now? It has the girl with the horns on the cover. I don't remember. It's a popular horror book. I'll remember after. Now it's gonna bug me. Damn it. I need to know what it's called now. A Certain Hunger? No, that's not it. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. But I'm excited to start this book. So let's hope it's actually as good as I'm hoping it is. I just read the foreword of this book and literally I wanted to cry because he's talking about like his journey on the story to like making this book and being in like a cult and basically for like a decade trying to make it so he wasn't gay and all this stuff and like finally like accepting himself, and this church like got found out and it was like a big thing in like 2023, and how like they did all this stuff, and so like he was battling with that and then being out as gay and all that stuff, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's such a like a heartfelt like forward, and like getting to like know the author, and I really love that. I love when you can like see kind of like who they are as a person and like kind of a little bit of what they've like gone through. And he said he used a lot of like his experiences to write this book, and so like I'm scared, but also I think it's gonna be really good. So yeah, I just had to tell you that because I was like, I wanted to cry because it made me sad, but I'm happy that he found his confidence and he's out and happy. So that's all we can ask for in life, right? I just got back from seeing the new Scream movie and I loved it. I like what they did with it. I'm not going to do any spoilers, but I enjoyed it. Definitely still one of my favorite franchises. It's just like fun, and I am definitely happy with the way this one turned out. So that is exciting, and I can't wait till it comes out so I can watch it again. Because I'm not going to pay to go see it in theaters again, but I am definitely getting it as soon as it comes out. So it's been a couple days since I started Hinterland. I'm a little bit more than like halfway through right now. Okay, I was loving it at the beginning. Like I was really like intrigued. Like I'm still intrigued, but like it feels a little slow, and like it's taken me this long to like pick it back up since I read like half the book. And that's always when it's like hard for me. Like if I'm not feeling into like picking it back up, I'm just not. I don't know. I wanted to love this a lot more. I am gonna finish it though, and I'm hoping the ending gives me something like more crazy. Like I thought there was gonna be more to this, but it just seems to lull in some places. Like there's a good story arc in him like making friends and like surviving and like all this stuff and like just what's going on with these people in general. So like I need to know what's actually gonna happen, but I'm not like super invested right now, which makes me sad. So I'm hoping the end really surprises me, or I don't think it's going to be even when we were close to a 5 star. It might be like a 3. That's where we're sitting at right now because like I'm enjoying it, but I'm not loving it. So for now, this is sitting at a 3. Hopefully, I can finish it here maybe tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. I just need to just pick it back up and just read it and finish it. So I'm going to do that and I'll get back with you guys. But if you're a Scream fan and you haven't seen the new movie yet, I suggest it. I think it's like really good and like calling back to like the original, like if you've seen just like the previews and stuff, like definitely worth it. And it's a good way to like end this like trilogy, I think. And who knows, they might make more. They always make more, right? So yeah, I'm definitely happy with how it ended. So I'm just gonna sit here and relax and read for a little bit and see if I can get through the rest of this book. All right, the last 2 days I've been like deathly sick. Like I can't hold anything down. I've been miserable. So I did read a little bit of the Hinterlands, but we got to a part with like cannibalism and I couldn't do it. I literally thought I was gonna throw up again. So I stopped reading that. I'm hoping to pick that one up here right now and hopefully finish it. If I can't handle the scenes in it, we're gonna start I Will Kill Your Imaginary Friend for $200. I got this from the library and I need to read it here soon. So I figured this would be a good one to pick up if I'm not feeling the Hinterlands because I don't want to feel it worse than I already do. So that's kind of like my plan. I feel like yesterday and today I've probably slept for a good like 24 hours. So I want to actually get some reading done, hopefully. And I just really need to finish the Hinterlands. So hopefully I can stomach this book enough to finish it.
I can't find my mic, and I literally have no energy to look for it. So hopefully you can hear me. Editing me will make sure it's at least somewhat. Okay. I finally finished Hinterlands. It took all in me to be able to finish this yesterday just because I didn't feel good. Like, this is like my 3rd day being sick, and I've literally just watched YouTube and played games on my phone for like 2 full days straight and slept. So, but I did finish this, and I don't know if it's because I'm sick or because I'm going into like a bit of a reading slump, but like this took me forever to finish. I liked this, like it was fine. I liked the premise behind it, but I felt like some parts were just too slow. Like I felt like if we made it a little bit shorter, I think I would have enjoyed it a little bit more. Like I got like the point behind it, and like the premise is really cool. Like this cult and them being obsessed with these gods and like having to do these things, and like you don't know if it's real or not because the main character doesn't have a memory of who they were before they woke up with these random people. And I it just took a while to get to the ending. Like I needed to know what happened, but it was hard to like get there. So I think I'm gonna give this a 3 star. I liked the ending, like the ending was fine, but also I wish we had like a chapter from like after like a month after or whatever, so you really get to know like who this character was before. Because like the way that ends, I just don't feel like we get enough explanation of like the world or like who or what was going on outside of the events of this story. And I want to know a little bit of like what the hell is going on in the world, and like who were these characters before the events of this book. And I didn't get that, and so I think that's why I'm giving it a 3 star. Like I still enjoyed it, and I think maybe if I felt better I would have finished this sooner. But yeah, this is just gonna be a 3 star. I did enjoy it. It was just a little slow for me. I don't know what I'm gonna pick up next. I started I'll Kill Your Imaginary Friend for like $200 last night. I think I read like 2 pages and I was not feeling it. We're in the mind of like the kid with her imaginary friend, and I was like, no, I am not in the mood to read about a freaking child right now, because children are not my favorite, first of all, and just like being sick, I feel like I'm way more mean. So we're not gonna pick up that one. But I do have Girl in the Creek, so I think I might start this one. I know this is like an eco horror. It says Aaron's brother has been missing for 5 years. It was as if he simply walked into the forest of the Pacific Northwest and vanished. Determined to uncover the truth, Aaron heads to the foothills of Mount Hood, where Brian was last seen. He isn't the first hiker to go missing in this area, and their cases go unsolved. When she discovers the corpse of a local woman in the creek, Erin unknowingly puts herself in the crosshairs of a powerful force from this world and beyond, hellbent on keeping their secrets buried. So I am all for that. Like a good like eco horror set in the Pacific Northwest, because it's gorgeous and beautiful. And like, look at this cover. Like the girl just in the creek with like the mushrooms. I read a little bit of this last night, and like the first chapter, you're in the perspective of like this coyote that pulls a body out of like this cave, and you just get these weird vibes. So I'm excited to start this. We'll see how far I actually get into it, because I'm still not feeling great. I literally took a shower and then put in my heatless curlers so that I don't have to worry about my hair. Nothing, because I'm over everything. So I'm gonna have this on the rest of the night. Hopefully this will interest me. If not, I'll pick something else up that I'm thinking I'm into, because I'm only gonna mood read. If I'm not feeling it, we're not gonna read it, and we'll pick something different. I love how my camera is focusing on everything but me. I think I move too much. So I'm gonna see if this is what I'm in the mood for. If not, I will let you know on what I decide on.
I swear I have one clip of video where like the lighting isn't great. But also when I get off work, there's not a lot of time to work with. So by the time I've eaten, like the sun has already gone down. And I can't be bothered to get out my ring lights. So I did decide on a book to like read after Hinterland, because I've been thinking about that book and I was like, I need a better ending than that. So still upset about that, but it was hard to like read after. Like I started 2 books. I got the other one that I'm reading too. So the first one I started is The Bone Queen. I'm liking this one. This is about a mother whose daughter goes missing, and all she knows is that this island her daughter searched up and like this weird picture. And so she believes her daughter goes to this island. So her and her sister go there to look for her. And I got about like 60 pages in this. But I don't like, it's good and I'm liking it, but like I wasn't feeling it at the moment. So I just put it down for now. But I did start The Summer Fun Massacre by Craig DeLuey. This is advanced reader copy. This is one that I'm super excited for. So it's basically a summer camp slasher we follow our main character. He's a cop, and like his girlfriend was at the camp like the first time like a mass murder happened. And so like he goes in the police force and stuff. And then 10 years later, I think is when it is, it happens again. And like he ends up going there and he helps like the last girl that's survived, but like the killer gets away, like he barely sees him. And so this is a story about that. And I love a good summer like camp slasher, just any kind of a slasher. So we're following him as like he's trying to figure out like what's happening, and he gets back in touch with his high school girlfriend that was a part of the massacre, the first one. And she's like, it's not what it seems. Like there's a lot of stuff that like you won't believe and you're not ready to believe. So I believe there's some like weird supernatural thing going on in this forest. There is like this rhyme that the kids talk about, and it's basically like a campfire story, like a scary story they tell at camp. And so I'm thinking that has something to do with it. And so I'm only like 30% in. And so we just had like the massacre and all that stuff. And I'm hoping we find out more about like what's going on, like the weirdness vibe. I'm loving. So I want to continue reading this tonight. I really didn't want to put this one down last night, which was a plus. And I've been thinking about it today. So I'm glad I picked this one up because I really want to continue reading it tonight. But that's kind of my update for now. I'm going to see how far I can get into this tonight. Hopefully I can get a decent amount of the way through because I am enjoying it so far. So I'm going to go read that, watch Friday Night SmackDown, and just kind of relax for the rest of the night. I'll give you guys updates on this if there's anything like crazy that happens. But yeah, those are kind of my plans at the moment. I don't know when I'm going to end this vlog. I don't even know what footage I have for this vlog, to be honest. Being sick threw me off of my game. So, yes. But, yeah, that is what I am currently in the middle of reading.
I filmed this whole clip and my microphone died halfway through, so that's fun. So I finished The Summer Fun Massacre by Craig DeLuey. I love this. 5 stars. I love a good slasher, camp slasher. Like, this was definitely made for me. I can't talk a whole lot about it because it is an arc, but I liked the characters and that we were following the adults in the situation and not like the teenage kids, but like following this timeline and the past timeline, and this just kept being like twists and turns. Like I thought I knew what was happening and then it would like flip it on its head and then I had no idea. So I liked how it was always kept me guessing, and I needed to finish it so I knew what was going to happen. So yeah, this was a 5 stars for me. I really enjoyed it. It does come out in a couple months, so if you like slashers, definitely check this one out because it's worth it. I just had a really good time with this, so I loved this. But I think this next book is going to be our last book for this vlog. And since I really liked that one, I'm going to pick up one of his backlist books, which is The Children of Red Peak. And this is a cult religious horror. So one night, someone comes to this police station and says, oh, all these people are dead from this religious cult. So they go up there. All they find is a few children. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them. And this is the story about like what they went through and all of that. And this is them in like the future. One of them commits suicide, so they all get back together and they decide to go back to Red Peak. And I'm excited to see what happens in this. Like when the cops went up there, all the adults were missing. There was no dead bodies. There was nothing. So we don't know, like, did they go up to heaven, or are they buried out in the woods somewhere? Did they all just run off and leave their kids behind? Like, I'm excited to see what this brings. So we're going to be following some of the characters back to Red Peak, and I'm interested to see what's going to happen. And like they're kind of going over like their memories and what they think, and they don't know if it's trauma or stuff that really happened. And so I'm really interested to see how this one is going to go. I'm only 52 pages in and I am liking it so far. So hopefully this one keeps my interest and I end up loving this as well, because another 5-star wouldn't be bad. So that is kind of my reading plan for now. I'm going to read this as my last book in this vlog. But yeah, I'm excited for this because I love a good religious cult horror. Like, I actually find them scary because, like, cults are a real thing. Like, people are really crazy. So I'm excited to see how this one goes. And I think it's time that I finally picked it up, because I've heard this been talked about for like a while and I just have never looked it up. So I'm excited to finally be giving this one a read.
So I ended up DNFing The Children of Red Peak by Craig DeLuey. It was fine, but it was going so slow and I was bored to tears and it was putting me in a reading slump. And so I just stopped reading it. I was like, I can't afford to be in a reading slump. So that's what happened with that. But I did read The Macabre, Hinterlands, The Summer Fun Massacre, and then half of The Children of Red Peak. So that's not bad for this video. I love The Macabre a lot and The Summer Fun Massacre. Like, those are two new horror books that I actually am gonna like really love and enjoy. Like, I could see myself going back and reading both of those. And The Summer Fun Massacre is the first book in a series. I think it's just a duology. So I'm excited for the next book in that. And I got one of my arcs read. So that is a big plus as well. So 4 books for this video isn't bad, even though one was a DNF. But we had some good horror in there. But yeah, The Children of Red Peak, it was just not doing it for me. And I really just want to focus on things that I'm actually liking while I'm reading and not push myself through books that I'm just not having a good time with. So, but still, 3.5 books isn't bad, and I'm happy with that. So I think we're going to end the video here. We're going to be starting up a new vlog. But yeah, I love horror so much, and I'm excited to read more. It is hard though, because a lot of them, like, I really think, and they're like really complex. They're not super complex, but they're more complex than some of the other stuff I read. So it's very rare that I just read all horror like in a row. A lot of the times I will switch up genres or put something else in with it. But yeah, I'm excited to read a lot of my other horror books on my shelves, and I'm excited to get to them. And hopefully we can have some other wins with those. But I think that's going to be all for this video. If you haven't already liked and commented and subscribed to the channel, please do. It really helps out a lot. And I will see you guys in my next video. Happy reading.